Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Atherosclerosis is a condition where arteries become thickened or hardened due to plaque buildup. Plaques are made of cholesterol, calcium, fibrin, and cellular waste products. Over time, plaque accumulation can block blood flow in the arteries. Blocked arteries can lead to serious health problems like coronary heart disease, angina, peripheral artery disease, heart attack, and stroke. Scientists don't know exactly how atherosclerosis starts, but risk factors include diet, smoking, and obesity. Contrary to popular belief, high LDL cholesterol levels are not the main cause of atherosclerosis. The primary culprit is insulin resistance, which affects about 1/3 of Americans. Insulin resistance occurs when cells in the muscles, fat, and liver don't respond well to insulin and can't easily absorb glucose from the blood. This leads to high levels of insulin and glucose in the bloodstream, causing inflammation and damaging the arterial lining. The weakened arterial lining allows cholesterol to enter and build up as plaque, narrowing the artery. Plaque accumulation also triggers the body to release immune cells that attack the plaque, making it less stable and potentially causing clots. Dietary changes are crucial to prevent atherosclerosis. Eating an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant-rich diet with vegetables, low glycemic fruits, nuts, seeds, fish, and olive oil can help. Reducing sugar intake and replacing refined grains with small amounts of whole grains is also beneficial. Pairing whole grains with healthy fats or proteins minimizes blood sugar fluctuations. Eating specific heart-healthy foods may help unclog arteries by balancing blood sugar, promoting weight loss, reducing inflammation, and lowering LDL cholesterol. However, diet alone cannot remove existing plaque. A healthy diet and lifestyle are essential for maintaining artery health and preventing heart disease. In this video, we will discuss 11 foods that can help prevent clogged arteries and lower the risk of heart disease. 1. Avocados. Avocados are great for keeping your arteries clean. They are rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, which help keep blood sugar stable and cholesterol levels healthy. Avocados are also a good source of fiber. Half an avocado has about 6.5 grams of fiber. A recent study showed that eating one avocado a day can lower LDL cholesterol. Some people worry about the saturated fat in avocados. However, this type of fat is not as harmful as once thought. It may raise LDL cholesterol, but it's the larger, fluffier kind that doesn't stick to artery walls as much. New research shows that cutting back on saturated fat doesn't really help heart health. So, you don't need to avoid avocados because of their saturated fat content. 2. Tomatoes. Tomatoes and tomato products contain beneficial plant compounds that can help reduce the risk of atherosclerosis. One of these compounds is lycopene, a carotenoid pigment that gives tomatoes their red color. Lycopene has several positive effects on heart health. It can reduce inflammation, increase levels of good HDL cholesterol, and lower the overall risk of heart disease. Studies have found that people who consume a diet rich in lycopene from tomato products have a 20% lower chance of developing heart disease. Higher blood levels of lycopene have also been linked to a reduced risk of stroke. Cooked tomatoes and tomato sauce are particularly good sources of lycopene. To maximize the absorption of lycopene in the body, it is recommended to combine cooked tomatoes with a source of fat, such as olive oil. This combination may offer the greatest protection against clogged arteries. 3. Flax seeds. Flax seeds provide many health benefits. They contain omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, lignans, vitamins, calcium, and magnesium. Lignans are antioxidant compounds that lower cholesterol and inflammation. Regular consumption of flax seeds can help manage blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity. Flax seeds may reduce the risk of prediabetes, especially in overweight people. Flax seeds also contain saccharosylresinol diglucoside. SDG may slow the progression of atherosclerosis and protect against heart attacks and strokes. Consume ground flax seeds instead of whole seeds to get the most benefits. Our bodies cannot fully digest whole seeds. You can grind the seeds yourself or buy pre-ground flax seeds. Store ground flax seeds in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. 4. Walnuts. Nuts provide protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Regular nut consumption reduces the risk of cardiovascular and coronary heart diseases. Plaque buildup restricts blood flow to the heart and causes coronary heart disease. Walnuts contain the highest levels of plant-based omega-3s among all nuts. They are also rich in monounsaturated fats, plant sterols, and fiber. An animal study showed that consuming walnuts as part of a high-fat diet reduced atherosclerotic plaque development by 55% compared to control diets. Eating a small handful of walnuts daily may lower cholesterol levels and protect against inflammation in the heart's arteries. 5. Dark chocolate. Cocoa and dark chocolate are delicious treats that may help prevent atherosclerosis. Studies suggest that consuming chocolate reduces the risk of stroke, heart disease, and diabetes. Dark chocolate and cocoa are rich sources of polyphenol compounds, particularly cocoa flavonols. These compounds increase nitric oxide production, decrease inflammation in the arteries, and improve physical function in people with atherosclerosis. Cocoa flavonols help lower blood pressure, improve blood flow, reduce inflammation, and prevent blood clots. They also recruit the body's own stem cells to repair damaged blood vessels and grow new ones. This process is crucial for preventing and reversing vascular damage that can lead to clogged arteries and heart disease. To reap the benefits of dark chocolate, choose a low or no sugar variety with at least 70% cocoa. 6. Fatty fish. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, anchovies, and mackerel contain omega-3 fats. These unsaturated fats have anti-inflammatory properties that protect against vascular inflammation and atherosclerosis. The body converts omega-3s into bioactive lipid mediators. These mediators may reduce inflammation and blood clotting, which contribute to clogged arteries. Omega-3s also reduce platelet aggregation, lowering the risk of blood clots. They decrease triglycerides, lower heart rate and blood pressure, and increase good HDL cholesterol. HDL helps counteract the plaque-depositing effects of unhealthy LDL cholesterol. Omega-3s improve the pumping of oxygen-rich blood to organs. Studies show that eating 2 or more servings of fish per week reduces the risk of atherosclerosis in the carotid arteries. 7. Beans and legumes. Beans and legumes, such as peas, chickpeas, and lentils, are excellent sources of fiber. Eating fiber-rich foods is crucial for preventing atherosclerosis. Studies show that consuming beans reduces LDL cholesterol levels significantly. Beans offer various cardioprotective effects, including lowering blood pressure, triglycerides, and inflammation. Eating beans can also improve insulin sensitivity, body weight, waist circumference, colon health, and gut microbiome diversity. The American Diabetes Association classifies beans as low on the glycemic index, meaning they are unlikely to spike blood sugar despite containing some carbohydrates. However, some individuals, particularly pre-diabetics, may experience elevated blood sugar levels after consuming legumes, especially lentils. To minimize blood sugar spikes, pair legumes with a source of fat or protein and monitor your blood glucose levels using a meter. 8. Allium foods. Allium vegetables, such as garlic, onions, leeks, chives, scallions, and shallots, are linked to health benefits that support artery health. These veggies are rich in organosulfur compounds, which may help reduce blood pressure, cholesterol, inflammation, and platelet clumping. A study found that a higher intake of allium vegetables was associated with a lower risk of death from atherosclerotic vascular disease. Onions and garlic, in particular, contain sulfur compounds that may prevent blood vessel inflammation, inhibit platelet clumping, and increase nitric oxide availability. These effects help protect against atherosclerosis and improve artery health. A diet rich in allium and cruciferous vegetables has been associated with a reduced risk of death from atherosclerotic vascular disease. 9. Berries. Berries, including blueberries, strawberries, cranberries, raspberries, and blackberries, offer numerous health benefits. They reduce inflammation and improve heart health. Berries contain fiber, vitamins, minerals, and beneficial plant compounds like flavonoid antioxidants, including polyphenols. These compounds support heart health and exert powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Studies show that eating berries reduces atherosclerosis risk factors such as elevated LDL cholesterol, blood pressure, and blood sugar levels. Berries may prevent clogged arteries by reducing inflammation and cholesterol accumulation, improving artery function, and protecting against cellular damage. Compared to other fruits like grapes, oranges, and apples, which are high in fructose, berries are a great choice for regular consumption because they are low glycemic and unlikely to spike blood sugar. 10. Extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil, a staple of the Mediterranean diet, may reduce atherosclerosis risk. It improves blood vessel function and reduces inflammatory markers, lowering heart disease risk. Olive oil's benefits come from its high polyphenol and monounsaturated fatty acid content. MUFA-rich diets increase good HDL cholesterol and reduce bad LDL cholesterol. Extra virgin olive oil's polyphenols lower inflammation, reduce platelet aggregation, prevent LDL oxidation, and reduce blood pressure. Olive oil also benefits blood sugar, reduces type 2 diabetes risk by 16%, and lowers hemoglobin A1C. Higher olive oil intake is linked to lower death and cardiovascular event risk. Less refined extra virgin olive oil has more polyphenols than refined oils, making it the best choice for heart health. 11. Teas. Tea contains numerous plant compounds that benefit heart health. Studies found that green tea lowers LDL and total cholesterol levels. The primary compound responsible for these effects is catechins, which reduce inflammation, oxidation, and carcinogen levels. Black tea and white tea have similar properties and health effects on cholesterol. However, research is mixed on tea's effects on HDL cholesterol. Drinking tea can also help keep arteries clear and healthy. Each daily cup of green tea corresponded to a 5% lower risk of death from cardiovascular disease. Green tea consumption decreases proteins released during inflammation that cause cells to stick to their surroundings, contributing to clogged arteries. In conclusion, adding these foods to your daily routine may decrease your disease risk and boost your overall health. They offer benefits beyond just artery health. However, remember that a healthy diet is just one piece of the puzzle in preventing atherosclerosis. Lifestyle changes like reducing body fat and increasing physical activity are also crucial for healthy arteries. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.